Okay, so have you ever had that feeling where work just completely, swallows your life whole? Like personal boundaries, what are those? Suddenly it's midnight, you're staring at your inbox, and you're wondering if, like, normal life is even a thing anymore. If that sounds familiar, you're really not alone. And our deep dive today might have something interesting for you. We're going to be looking at one questions to consider. It's a brand new release, June 2025, from Doing Business in English. And we're focusing specifically on their timeout coaching. Our mission really is to unpack what this is all about, how this approach can help you press pause, get some clarity on where you actually are, and like they say, be the best you can be for you. It's kind of a recalibration.
Exactly. Yeah, recalibration is a good word. Because what's really insightful about this timeout coaching based on their material is it's not just about recovering if you're burnt out. It's actually meant to be proactive, a structured way to help you, and I'm quoting here, keep scoring or improve your scoring in life.
Keep scoring. I like that.
Yeah. It challenges that whole idea that just being busy means you're making progress. Sometimes, taking a targeted pause can actually speed things up, lead to breakthroughs. And it's not just vague reflection. It really pushes you to do a kind of crucial review of your own performance, your management skills.
Okay.
If you think bigger picture, it's strategic thinking, cutting through all the noise, and it guides you through three critical areas. First, managing your personal performance. Second, generating new ideas for managing your team. And third, really improving your overall management skills. It's pretty holistic.
That does sound incredibly practical.
Yeah.
But I can imagine someone listening who's already totally swamped thinking, great, another thing to do. How does this timeout coaching make sure taking a timeout doesn't just, become another task? What's the actual how here?
That's a really important question. And that's kind of the clever part, I think. It's presented as these structured video resources. Each one is built around one of those one questions from their material. They're designed specifically to prompt focused thinking, but without being overwhelming.
Oh, okay. Bite-sized.
Exactly. So, like, question #1 might be something like, where is your time really going versus where you think it's going?
Yeah.
And then it gives you tools, maybe an energy audit exercise, to see what drains you versus what energizes you.
Right.
It's these sort of micro interventions, frameworks to analyze yourself, almost like a simplified SWOT analysis, but just for you, for your effectiveness. So it turns management skills from this fuzzy idea into actual actionable steps.
Okay, so it's concrete guided, not just theory. When we talk about that first part, managing yourself, what's a common blind spot people have? Like, what's a typical aha moment someone might have going through that part?
Oh, a huge one is realizing the difference between just being busy and actually making an impact. So many high performers are just constantly running, right? But the coaching often shows them that a lot of that effort, maybe even most of it, isn't really aligned with where they add the most value.
The 80-20 rule kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah. Like
Okay.
maybe you're spending 80% of your energy on stuff that only gets you 20% of your results. The coaching gives you tools to spot those mismatches and then, crucially, helps you shift your focus. It's like, untangling Christmas lights you can keep pulling randomly, or you can lay them out, find the actual knot, and deal with that.
That's a great analogy, actually. It makes perfect sense. Okay, so you get that personal clarity. How does that then connect to the second part, managing your team? Because, often our team kind of mirrors our own habits,
Yeah.
right? Good or bad.
Precisely. Yeah, once you're clearer on your own purpose and efficiency, you're just in a much better position to lead your team. The coaching might, for instance, introduce something like a team decision audit,
Yeah.
where you look together at where the team's collective energy is going. Are there bottlenecks, redundant processes, things like that? It helps you, as the leader, create a space where the team also feels okay taking those strategic pauses, for problem solving, for innovation, instead of just constantly churning. It's about building a culture of intentionality.
Intentionality.
That sounds really well.
Not just fixing things, but actually lifting the whole team's performance. So for you listening, if you're feeling that urge to just step back, review how things are really going, this deep dive shows that this timeout coaching offers these structured video resources on exactly these key things. Managing yourself better, managing your team more effectively, and developing those broader management skills over time.
Absolutely. And it's key to remember it isn't just about finding problems. It's equally about sparking new ideas, enhancing performance overall. It's really about creating that clearer path forward, whether you need to tweak what you're doing or maybe invent something totally new to, up your game, which brings up the kind of provocative thought, maybe. What if taking that step back, that intentional time out, isn't weakness? What if it's actually the most proactive, strategic thing you can do? For your career, sure, but also for your well being, your long term success. Maybe the most productive part of your week is the part where you give yourself space to actually think.
That's definitely something to chew on, especially today when everything being so always on. And look, if you want more insights, but more resources on performing better professionally, doing business in English has a lot more stuff. Related topics like English exams, working in English, job searching, business development. You can find them, check out their resources on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Bluesky, Mastodon, and their website too. It seems like a really good hub for this kind of professional clarity.